when lives are on the line.
Are there any obvious injuries?
These men and women will risk theirs.
The lad who was driving got blood coming out of his face.
To save yours.
RTC truck.
They deal with the most serious injuries.
The patient is described as bleeding heavily.
Directly below his ear.
There's a lot of blood there.
The most critical illnesses.
The reports of a male who's in cardiac arrest, and without any action, the patient will die.
The two Yorkshire Air Ambulances cover Britain's biggest county.
He's fallen 30 foot from the roof. Oh, yeah. He's got a big cut to his head.
5 million people rely on them
All right, sorry, sweetheart.
to deliver cutting-edge emergency medicine
We're just going to go to sleep. He's not looking particularly good.
at high speed.
If you can activate your major hemorrhage protocol.
Every day brings high pressure.
This apparently was a police pursuit and has resulted in a head-on collision.
The pain score's 10 out of 10. She's got lumbar back pains.
If it does hurt a lot, shout out and we can give you some more, OK?
High emotions.
It's always in the back of your mind when a helicopter were to crash.
The last thing he wants to do is go in another helicopter.
He's gone.
He's shaken up.
Yeah.
And he's very, very upset.
And high drama.
So he had chest pain, then he arrested.
Yes.
We had two guys who were first aiders and they gave him CPR within a couple of minutes of him being on the floor.
It's rush hour in Yorkshire, and at Air Ambulance headquarters, reports are coming in of a crash in the suburb of Driglington.
Head-on collision following police pursuit.
Do you want to just set off on it?
Yeah, I reckon so, yeah.
Pilot Jeff has Helimed 99's twin jet engines running.
Right, shall we act like shepherds?
It's a 10-minute flight to the scene of the crash.
The initial details came from the police. This apparently was a police pursuit and has resulted in a head-on collision with patients trapped inside the vehicle. So working at night in the heavens environment is an interesting one. But of course, there's the aviation aspect of it, getting there, and Jeff and Paul are working hard up front now to get us there safely. Once we get on scene, of course, we lose a lot of the visual clues in the daytime. We've got torches, but in the dark it's very easy to miss bleeding and things like that, especially in footwells of cars. So we have to be particularly careful to make sure we examine the patients very thoroughly.
Got like a little.
See Andy with light.
Little track.
Where are you going in field? Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a little track on the far side of this field.
That's the extent of the hizzle.
That's fine, mate.
Okay.
Paramedic Paul's using the steerable searchlight to spot a place to land.
Landing the aircraft at night is a slightly more complicated operation than during the daytime. There's a set way that it's done. The front seat paramedic controlling a scene light. We've pre-identified a landing site. We do a circuit 1,000 foot, then 500 foot, and we've got some fairly sophisticated mapping that allows us to see any wire hazards, because at night that's one of the big hazards for helicopters, is not being able to see wires.
Pilot Jeff's also using night vision goggles to see the field they've chosen.
I've got the last options.
What's that?
It looks like it's a bit wet, guys. So,
Yeah, right.
How's the tail looking through the...
Yeah, I've got eyes on. It's looking good currently.
Cheers, thank you.
I'll let you know when we're settled.
The crash happened 20 minutes ago. Police BMWs were trying to stop a high-powered Merc.
Hiya, how are we doing?
Police have been in pursuit of this Mercedes.
Yep.
The occupant of that legged it across the field.
Oh, right.
Two in the small car.
Yeah.
Husband's got out, extricated himself, and been walking around. He's now in that other ambulance, looks okay.
Okay.
But he's whined for significant lower back pain.
Yep.
The driver fled after a head-on impact with an innocent couple in a hatchback.
Collis fracture here.
Yeah.
Wrist deformity.
Flying Dr. Steve and paramedic Andy will take over the care of Sonia Staker from the ambulance service heart rescue team.
What's rest rate been like?
Rest rate's normal, 16 to 18, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Got a fractured wrist on this side.
Yeah. And back pain, haven't we?
And chest pain now.
Chest pain now.
Listen, you were landing, so we're hard to tell.
Yeah.
And she's shallow breathing, so I can't really...
All right, okay.
It's a chilly night and Sonia is freezing. She's trapped in the passenger seat. Her husband Stephen was able to walk away.
Her pain score's 10 out of 10. She's got a lumbar back pain.
Yep.
Complaining a bit of pain in the chest, but shallow breathing, rests for about 16 to 18 apparently.
Okay. SATs are good on.
Good radials. SATs, well, if she's a bit cold anyway, I think it's the pain. So they can't get a line in.
Okay.
So I'm either thinking of going down, giving her some Odomorph, or something that might work a bit quicker, such as intranasal ketamine or fentanyl. I'm just wondering which, because obviously you've got your fentanyl. I'm not sure.
Either fentanyl or we can put a line in.
Steve wants to be able to deliver pain-killing drugs into her bloodstream, but the cold is making it hard to find a vein.
Steve's going to have a look for a line. If not, then we can go intranasal.
Hello there. I'm Steve, I'm one of the doctors. Okay, can I borrow your hand there, my love?
Sonia and her husband had been out to buy a kebab. They were a 2-minute drive from home.
Are you allergic to anything?
I always went to that side.
Okay.
Is it hurting to second deep?
It might be a bit overpowering.
Whereabouts? Along your sternum.
Sorry. Right, we'll get you that pain relief in. I think Andy's just drawing up some morphine over there. Get some in and then we can crack on. I understand the middle of your chest quite sore, down your breastbone, is it? Yeah.
Sonia is also in great pain from her back. It's a worrying sign. And there's danger of internal bleeding.
How are your legs feeling? Sore. You're feeling generally bruised and battered though?
We're not allergic to anything, are we?
No.
Morphine there, mate.
No, she's very well.
We'll start with some morphine. Have you had morphine before? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So it can make you feel a little bit woozy, but it'll take the edge off that pain.
They're about to move her, and it's going to hurt.
Okay, there's 5 of morphine in. Have we had any TXA in? Nothing. All right, shall we get some TXA, Andy?
TXA is tranexamic acid, a drug to reduce internal bleeding.
Right. You're scared. You're going to be fine, okay? We're all here with you to help you out, okay? Has the pain eased at all? Okay.
I said the chest was clear, but she's got sternal.
Sternal pain, yeah. So plan for extrication, is it backslide or? Okay. Fine. Okay, I think we're in a position that we can start doing that. What's your first name, by the way?
Sonia.
Sonia. Okay, Sonia. What we're going to do is going to make some space. Our colleagues at the fire service and the heart team, we're going to get you out of the car now, okay?
Her rescuers must keep Sonia's spine immobile. Her back pain could be the first sign of a life-changing spinal injury.
I've got some more pain relief. If it does hurt a lot, shout out and we can give you some more, okay? But I'll clear out and let them do what they're best at. Okay.
The driver of the Merc has vanished. Police are hunting him, but the air ambulance team would like to find him for a different reason.
The patients in the car that obviously has been a result of the RTCs are quite significantly injured, so the driver or occupants of the Mercedes could equally be just as injured, so it's quite important, even though they have run away from the police, it's important that we find them because they may well be injured themselves. We've got to treat them just the same as every other patient, no matter what they've done, whether they're guilty or innocent.
Dr. Steve and Andy are taking stock.
We're not looking at any
nothing immediately
abnormality with chest, just a little bit of pain across sternum.
Yeah, I think
low back pain and fractured wrist, obviously.
Yeah, she's sore enough to warrant giving some TXA to, I think.
Yeah, with regards chest and back.
Chest, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hook her up to the monitor and send her off. If one of the heart lads wants to go in and titrate some ketamine for analgesia as they go, they can.
I'll have a word with the assault crew.
Yeah, and the fire service are now working to get her out of the car. Fortunately, she's conscious, but she has got a lot of pain around her back, so we're going to leave the fire service and the heart team manage the extrication. Once she's out, we'll give her a check over, check there's nothing immediately life-threatening. And if that's the case, then we'll be able to get her to Leeds on one of the ground ambulances.
Sonia's condition is stable for now, and the accident is a short drive from the Regional Trauma Centre at Leeds General Infirmary. She's being strapped to a rigid scoop stretcher to protect her back.
You happy for me to speak to the police, Gaffer, at a minute? If you guys are... Yeah.
Police dogs are on the scent of the car driver. His victim, who looks after children with special needs, will almost certainly require surgery, and fears are growing she may be bleeding internally.
Sonia, I'll give you another blanket, all right? Yeah. It's free on the NHS. We don't charge.
So having a little look at your tummy. How's it feeling oppressive? What side?
Is that your hip that's hurting?
You think
It
what?
hurt on the right, but then I got pain on the left, on my hip, down in my bum area. Oh yeah.
Down here.
Oh yeah.
Copy some tape.
Was that on a hip, mate?
No, upper quadrant, right.
All right, yeah. So that's a good reason to give TXA as well, isn't it? Yeah, you don't just job that.
Yeah, I'll take
She's just got a bit of pain right upper quadrant. Are you happy?
Yeah,
I'll
the
get
only
that.
thing I want to do, I know I'm being pedantic, you can go, somebody else can help me, I want to pod her.
The crew are happy to take her into Leeds. It's only 10 or 15 minutes to Leeds General Infirmary, which is a major trauma centre. So we've left her with the crew and hopefully get her patched up in the hospital.
Right, I'll leave you to it, guys, all right?
Thank you.
Have a nice night.
Helimed 99 is heading back to base. But in the streets below, the hunt for the thief goes on. His recklessness has led to injuries that could leave Sonia permanently disabled. Britain's skies are home to a growing fleet of helicopters. More than 1,200 of them are registered in the UK, but learning to fly them isn't as easy as the air ambulance pilots make it look.
You're going to Sheffield, there's a helicopter crash.
Pilot Scott must get his medics to the scene as quickly as possible.
They were just saying that he's actually landed, he's got out, but the callers told him to sit down and stop moving, so he's actually got out and they were walking him out.
But the pilot could have serious undiagnosed injuries.
But has he crashed or landed? Yeah, okay, alright, well, that I'm unsure about. Right, I'm ready for checks when you are. Radios and lights. Right, I want Sherburn really, because we're not going to speak to anybody else, and it's quite a short hop. Auto trim and brief.
Dr. Bryan is on the case.
The brief will be up, back to the circle, then it'll be a VTOL departure out of here. Everybody happy? Yep. Okay, left end. Tail's going to come round to the right. I've got the other helicopter there. Try not to fly over the top of him. Just point that way.
It's always in the back of your mind what would happen if a helicopter were to crash. We were in a near miss a couple of weeks ago where a drone nearly crashed into this aircraft and would have taken it out. There's one in the last couple of years which actually had a fatality at it. So yeah, the thoughts are always in the back of your mind and try and push back as far as you can really. Hopefully there will be no fatalities or injuries. This one, as I say, the pilot seems to have landed.
Scott's heading for a small aerodrome that's home to 2 busy flying schools.
It brings it home the fragility of what we do here, and the fact that at any moment something terrible could happen to the aircraft. But we rely on pilots like Scott, who's had 30 or 40 years flying for the military, to get us there and back safely.
We'll see if Lee's got any updates. S198, couple of minutes to run. Any further updates?
Yeah, I've spoken to Sherburn again. The patient has...
Report got a minor head injury and the helicopter's basically tipped on its side. He's got out and walked. He's now in Heald's Aviation Clubhouse.
That's all understood. That's fine, I'll just do a normal join. We've got 2 minutes to run. I think I can see the aircraft now, it's just this side of the windsock. Yep.
Sherburn, Helibed 98 Alpha.
Helibed 99 Alpha, Sherburn.
Helibed 98 is finals 28 grass right, and then I'll have a taxi across.
The £250,000 helicopter is lying on its side, its rotor blades bent or missing.
I guess one of the things you've got to consider is the last thing he wants to do is go in another helicopter. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, I think that's probably as close as we want to get. Out there, if you're all happy. Yeah. Okay, leave us down, you are, cleared out.
Dr. Bryan and paramedic Rachel are heading out to find their patient.
Hi.
His flying instructor is meeting them.
He's gone.
He's gone?
Yes. He's shaken up.
Yeah.
And he's very, very upset.
Right.
But he's not injured.
Okay.
Has he gone home? Has he driven?
I don't know where he's gone yet.
He's got a bang on head, hasn't he?
He's got a bit of a bump. Yeah, I didn't want him to go at all.
A head injury could explain the pilot's apparently bizarre behaviour.
But it's also about his safety, isn't it?
Well, that's what I'm concerned about.
I think for his safety, you should let people know.
I agree.
The difficulty is he's bumped his head, and his head injury might lead to him being a bit confused. So we're concerned about safety, not just for him, but of others in the roads. So Matt, I think, is getting in touch with the police to see if we can track him down. So that's where we are at the moment.
He's, he said to the chap, "Oh, I'm just going to go to the toilet," and then he's done a bit of a runner. Left his phone and everything. So I'm wondering whether we just ought to inform the police.
Rachel's been trying to find out what happened. It might provide vital clues to the pilot's likely injury.
Yeah, apparently he's landed and then something's happened and it's flipped over. So that gentleman said it's become like a dynamic rollover.
Our main concern is that everything's kind of out of character. He's quite upset, but he's then just gone and left the scene and he's driven home.
Helmet 98 from the air desk.
Go ahead, Lee.
Yeah, Rich. I've informed North Yorkshire Police. I think they're going to send a unit down to investigate a little bit further, especially since there's less than mobile phone.
The brain is very sensitive to change, and if you have a bang on the head and it starts to swell, everything inside is affected. So it can change your behaviour, it can change your temperament. If he has had a nasty bang to the head and his brain starts swelling, that's when he can become unconscious, and even more seriously, it can kill people. And if he's driving at the same time and that happens, then the worst can happen and he could kill somebody else.
With no patient to examine, the team can do no more here.
If there's nothing left for you to do, guys, you can come clear.
Yeah, Roger, will do.
Helimed 98 is heading back to base.
Let's go.
Leaving behind a mystery and a reminder of the dangers posed by helicopters. "15 miles away in Bradford, one of the team's patients is struggling to recover from her injuries. Sonia Staker is suffering from PTSD after a head-on smash with a stolen Mercedes.
I remember the lights coming towards us, and then I just remember waking up afterwards.
Her husband Stephen escaped with a broken elbow.
I looked across at Sonia and I says, "Are you okay?" And then it was like a deafening few seconds, because I didn't know if I'd get response. And I says, "Are you okay?" And she says, "Me back, it's me back."
I broke my back in 4 places, had a burst fracture on my lumbar, so that's still ongoing. I broke my sternum, some ribs, both my hands, my thumb. Severe bruising and swelling to my heart and lungs with a partially collapsed lung, so I'm lucky to be alive, really.
Hi ho, hi ho. Off to work we go.
The crash has changed Sonia's life. She used to do karate and swim marathons. She now has limited movement in her arms.
I've only got 50% of the vertebrae left now, so we're still now keeping an eye on that and hoping it's started to fix together now, but the scans will tell.
The driver of the Mercedes has a lot to answer for.
I don't think I'll be able to forgive him because he just ran off at the scene. He left me stuck in the car and he just got out of his car and ran off, and that's something that will stay with both of us forever, really. That's the part that I'm annoyed with, really, the fact that he just left us, well, he left me to die.
The only thing that's predictable in life is that it's unpredictable. I think that's the thing to take away from this. You don't and live life for what it is. Live it for today, for tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen on Sunday.
I love my gardening, I love doing swimming, I love walking, and those things I can't really do at the moment, so I'm a bit scared of that, to be honest, but I'm trying my best to be positive. Fingers crossed.
The Mercedes driver has since been identified and interviewed by police. In a brickworks in South Yorkshire,
Listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do chest compressions. Make sure he's flat on his back on the floor.
a life or death struggle is underway.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Helimed 98's about to join the battle.
Yeah, it's with 3 all the rest in Haworth, Doncaster. There's nobody on scene and their Helen's not available.
Paramedic Matt and Dr. Chris are on their way. Ground units are also racing to the scene.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good, does it? Chest pain first.
Dispatcher Tyrone is listening in on the 999 call from shop floor first aiders.
Yeah, we've got brothers and sisters. I can hear them now. They're coming. You can hear them, great. Okay, just let me wander there with you and I'll let you go. Tell them to keep doing CPR till they're right with you. Yeah, right, they're right here now.
Ground units are now on scene. The helicopter is just minutes behind them.
The evidence is that people who don't have chest compressions early do far worse. You need to buy time doing chest compressions to get blood to the brain. Without those, most people die. So we're big supporters of everyone should be trained in being able to do CPR, because it can really be a matter of life or death.
The works is close to Doncaster Airport.
There's the airport, just directly left now. See it?
Yeah.
But it's a difficult place for pilot Gary to land.
Road underneath us, right hand side of the road, brickworks, yellow ambulance in it.
Yeah.
Are you two behind a canopy?
Right, it's going to be very dusty. Close all your vents, make sure everything's closed up. I'm going to go over here where it's safe.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep flying around until I've trashed everything. Everything's blowing away from us, so we're alright. We're okay left. Good left.
He's inching the helicopter down into a goods yard full of stock, lorries and workers.
Okay, now.
We're down.
9-8,
Right, Rich, out you get quickly. Go, 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 go. The people are running around like headless chickens.
The works first aid team saw a driver delivering a load from Cumbria collapse.
So he had chest pain, and before an ambulance came and then he arrested?
Yes.
Okay.
What time did he actually collapse then?
I think it was about, when he came, he said, can I use your toilet? Come back downstairs, he felt a bit dizzy.
Does he not work here, no?
The ambulance crew have shocked Dave Hutton's heart back into rhythm and strapped him to a machine that delivers CPR automatically.
A 53-year-old male started with chest pain, then had a witness collapse, started CPR about 11:30.
Yeah.
We've got here about 10 minutes later, CPR was in progress. He's had 3 rounds of PEA, we've just given him 2 shocks in VF. He's had 2 lots of adrenaline since then, popped in an airway, got him on Lucas, got some IV access as well.
Dave's unconscious. Dr. Chris's mission is to keep him alive long enough to reach hospital.
So adrenaline was given...
He's had 2 lots of adrenaline, 2 shots of VF, 3 rounds of PEA.
So first rhythm was VF, was it?
He wants to use a chemical hormone to help kickstart his heart.
Okay. Do you want to get adrenaline ready? Is that all right for us, potentially? You happy to control the Lucas?
Yeah,
all right?
yeah.
Yeah, so do them check now.
Happy?
Yep. So he's got a pulse there to feel. Good. And that could have and his CO2 is 6. Yes. Good. Yeah. And he's doing a little bit of breathing. Okay.
But his heart could stop again at any moment. Staff saved his life.
He had a pain in his chest, so he came up to our area here to go to the toilet. He came down the stairs, he came down with our first aider. We sat him on a chair and said, look, just sit there, we'll get an ambulance. He seemed okay to start breathing, then about 20 minutes later he got a big pain in his chest and then he fell off the chair, landed on the floor. We had 2 guys who were first aiders and they gave him CPR within a couple of minutes of him being on the floor.
Okay, so the situation is we're post-ROSC, airway's all right, breathing's all right, circulation's currently stable, we're checking the blood pressure. I think he's hypotensive. So let's give him some fluid, get him on a scoop and a trolley in the shade over there. If he wakes up, we'll do nothing and we'll just maintain his airway. If he doesn't wake up or he needs an RSI, we'll RSI him.
They're preparing to anaesthetise Dave, a procedure called an RSI. Some victims of heart attacks suffer life-changing brain damage, and this could reduce the risk of this happening.
Ready, steady, lift. Lovely.
So we'll get the beat. Rachel's doing the cannula. Once you've done that, BP cuff back on. I'll start setting some stuff up for an RSI, because I may as well, because I'm free. And then we'll crack on. Happy?
Putting Dave to sleep will protect his brain and reduce the strain on his ailing heart.
Sounds like he's had a heart attack and then he's had a cardiac arrest. So we've got his heart beating again, he's breathing a bit, but he's unconscious. So we're just going to formally secure his airway by putting a tube through his vocal cords with some drugs. So we're just setting up to make sure that can be done as safe as it can whilst Matt looks back his airway.
They're turning a warehouse into an operating theatre.
So we're going to give him a quick anaesthetic to get him a bit more stabilised. So we're just going to go through some checks and things just for now.
Okay, so this is an emergency anaesthetic. We need a bit of quiet. Just only shout up if there's any issues. So Matt, you're going to give the drugs and have eyes on the monitor. Rachel's assisting me. I'll be the intubator. You guys, other guys, just shout out if there's any problems. Happy with that. Plan A is to tube him. Plan D is to stick the side jaw back in. Plan C will be for basic airways, and Plan D will be make a hole in the front of his neck. Is everyone happy with that? Sure. Any concerns before we start?
They're paralysing Dave with drugs to stop him breathing.
Floors in. Flushing that through. Midazolam next.
Yeah, the full 5 midazolam. So this chap's breathing is going to stop and become a lot slower before that.
Okay, 60 seconds.
Starting.
Who's timing? Lovely, thanks, Rach.
Once he's sedated, Chris will slide a tube down his windpipe so the team can use a ventilator to breathe for him.
Tongue piercing, didn't see that. Sorry, give me it back. Did that go through? Yeah, bougie out, 22 at the teeth. Good, that's 4. Okay, so that's a 97. Good, and we are on oxygen. Okay, you can release that, mate. Okay, fine. I'll get that secured in whilst you do the cuff. Actually, can you just hold that whilst I get it secured? Right. Okay, so get him on our monitor, we've done our ECG.
Dave's heart is still beating, but he could arrest again at any moment.
Matt, can I hand it over to you just for a second whilst I...
Yeah, no problem, we'll sort this out.
Chris wants to alert doctors at the cardiac centre in Sheffield.
Hi, it's Chris Srinivasan, one of the doctors with the Air Ambulance. Can I discuss a patient with you, please? It's a man who's had a cardiac arrest. That was about 11:05. He collapsed at 11:30, and he got a ROSC at 11:55. Yeah, that's great. All right, cheers.
Dave's been booked in for an operation to surgically remove the blood clot that caused his heart attack. But his condition is critical, and he may not be suitable for the procedure.
Right, so what we'll do, guys, is get him halfway and then plug our Oxylog in. Just swap him for Ventipack. Yeah.
There's signs that he's having a heart attack on his ECG. So the priority is to get him there and get him to the place where he needs to be, because he needs an angiogram where they put a catheter in the groin to open up that blood vessel that's blocked.
Time is of the essence.
Ready in? Yep. Let's watch that tube in.
Got it.
Engines both supply.
Fine, Garden.
Confirmed. Doors and harnesses.
Front skip from right. Doors and secure rear. Norman, so I'm going to lift. Bring the nose down to the right. Take off back into wind. There's not much wind, to be honest.
Yeah.
Pilot Gary will have their patient in Sheffield Northern General Hospital in just 10 minutes.
So when we'd arrived, the crew had done a fantastic job. They'd done everything that was required of them. The machine that was working on the gentleman's chest was what's called a Lucas device. Essentially that was performing chest compressions for them so their hands were free. On the next pulse check, we found that the gentleman had a pulse and he was trying to take gasps, breaths himself. So essentially they'd shocked his heart back to a rhythm that would sustain life. And he was trying to take his own breath. So what we've essentially done is continue the good work that they've done. When we've done an in-depth look at his heart, we can see that he's having a myocardial infarction, which is basically a massive heart attack, which has probably caused him to arrest in the first place. So we're heading to what we call a PPCI centre in Sheffield, which is hopefully going to rectify that by putting stents in his heart.
Dave is heading into the cardiac unit. His life is in the balance, and no one knows if the half an hour he was in cardiac arrest has caused lasting brain damage. The siren is sounding at the Nostell Air Base.
All to the side though. Right in RSI. Crews have only just found it. Tractor's gone over with a trailer on. He's got a serious head injury. Okay. Silent chest to one side.
Dr. Sarah, with paramedics Paul and Adi, are being scrambled to a farm accident.
Doncaster Radar, good morning. I had 9 Alpha.
175, traffic is fine. They're going to a tractor that's overturned. The driver seems to have deteriorated, has a head injury, a reduced level of consciousness and a chest injury.
They're saying he's got a silent chest on the one side.
The patient has the symptoms of a collapsed lung. If so, the team must act fast to save his life.
If he looks like he needs that decompressing, do you just want to put a needle in that straight away?
Yeah, of course.
Just so that we can get a little bit more time.
The scene of the accident is a village close to the Humber estuary.
That's from 99 with visual scenes coming on.
Pilot Jeff is circling a country lane where a tractor and trailer have crashed.
Watch your foot as you get out, because this looks like it's just been roughly ploughed, this field.
Yeah.
He's been carrying this trailer in the tractor. Someone's come and overtook him. He's lost control, tipped the trailer over. He's then hit his head, and I believe he's gone unconscious, because there's reports that he went round the field and then came to a stop there.
Yeah, it looks a bit peculiar, doesn't it?
Yeah. When we arrived, he was quite dazed. Probably GCS about 12. He's got a GCS 15 now, but he does have an extensive head injury.
Injured driver Jim Jefferies is in the back of an ambulance.
Hello, what's your name? Jim? Eddie, nice to meet you. Do you know where you are, Jim?
Roughly.
Roughly. Tell me.
Ambulance.
What hurts the most?
Left arm, sorry.
Your left arm. Okay. How's your head?
So.
Can you open your eyes nice and wide? Can you see me okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Reports of breathing difficulties appear to have been wrong. The farmer's son rushed to help him after a motorist saw the crash.
Basically, we've been leading straw this morning. I got a phone call off Jim, or off his phone. I said, what's happened? Straight away I knew something had happened, because obviously Jim wasn't on the phone. She said, Jim's had an accident. She said, I saw everything, but she said, I've rang the emergency services. He seems to be conscious, but he's in and out.
He's crashed and then banged his head, or did he pass out?
The car's overtook him. Sorry, car's overtook him.
So he's lost control. His trailer's come over, and then he's banged his head, being confused, gone for a little drive around in circles, and then ditched it.
Okay, so it was sort of a minor issue and then a major issue.
Yeah.
The details of the accident are muddled. Dr. Sarah wants to make sure that no injuries are being overlooked.
How are you feeling now, apart from being in a lot of pain?
Just in pain.
Is it that arm that's the worst thing? If it wasn't for the arm, would you feel not too bad?
Yeah, not too bad.
A bit bruised and battered.
Sarah is optimistic Jim's symptoms are simply caused by concussion.
It looks like he's definitely banged his head and he's hurt his shoulder on the left-hand side, which is really uncomfortable. But he's able to talk to us and all of his observations are really good. So we just need to get some pain control, really, and then get the best way of getting him into hospital, which we're not sure at the moment whether driving or flying is going to be the best option.
So I've just given you some painkillers. I'm just going to give you some more. Okay.
It's a really windy day, so it was slightly unpleasant getting here. But that's not really affecting how we convey him. But there's another aircraft already on the pad at Hull, so we need to do whatever's going to be the quickest.
Jim's condition is still being closely watched. He'll be easier to monitor if he's driven to Hull Royal Infirmary.
I'm wondering if he's knocked his head and had a little fix. He's bitten the lip, which could account for the oddness.
Jim will be in Sarah's care until he can undergo a brain scan. His injury may yet turn out to be serious. After days of heavy rain, Yorkshire is drowning with some of the worst floods in years. On the air desk, Daz is watching 999 calls coming in from waterlogged Doncaster.
Here we go, this might be one. Caught in a ditch in the water, Newton. Yeah, I'll set you off on this. Yeah. It's gone into it now. 85-year-old in a ditch.
He's scrambling HeliMed 99. Not far from base, an elderly motorist is in danger.
Happy in the back? Roger, lift it.
Dr. Chris and paramedics Alan and Pete are on the case.
Well on our way, we've got about 10 miles to go, 5 minutes.
Since yesterday morning, Yorkshire's seen a lot of flooding. There's been over 100 millimetres of rain. There's been weather warnings across Yorkshire and in some areas for a threat to life. So the reports are that this patient may be trapped in water, which would certainly fit with the threat to life. Incidents involving water can escalate very quickly. Water mildly above the ankle level can sweep you off your feet quite easily.
They're patients in a car close to a village cut off by floodwater.
Basic service.
It's just wet, wet, wet everywhere. And there's pylons down pretty much every one of those roads.
Yeah.
Can't see anybody else.
The team are carrying life jackets as a precaution, and they're preparing for the worst.
Shown on the map, there's a few irrigation ditches around Chumfleet Lane.
But finding the patient is proving hard.
You go back to the grid, which is Chumfleet Lane and Pinfold Lane.
The caller can see you in the air, and the location should be just southwest of the village of Moss. Over.
The patient's trapped in a red car in a swollen drain.
Yep, I got it. Right. What about that menage? Is that looks fairly clear? There's something in the middle, but I'm not sure if it's just...
It does look fairly clear, doesn't it? Let's give it a go. I'll make the post there. If it starts lifting, then we'll overshoot and go around. Okay?
Roger that.
Scott's landing in a field next to the car.
Okay, happy down left?
Good left at the moment.
Okay.
Nothing to say wires-wise.
I'm happy to
clear the fence, Chris. Yeah, you clear the fence.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy, Tail.
Still not moving.
Still happy?
Yep. Good left.
Still happy. Still happy.
Good left.
Okay, we all good?
Roger that.
Chris and Al are heading out to assess the patient.
Hello. How are you doing? Hello, dog.
84-year-old Jan Evans lost control of her hatchback and slid into the flooded ditch.
Have you hurt yourself? You hurt your kidney? That's very specific. Right. Right. Okay. How fast were you going? Not so fast.
5 minutes, 5 miles.
Right, you just slid. Right, okay, no worries.
It looks like Jan was taking her dog out for a walk when it happened.
Come on then, sweetheart. Come on. There you go. Come on then. Just quick look.
Local residents found her.
As far as we know, she's just come around the corner, dropped herself down into there. Because we've got so much flooding, it might be a little bit easy on the eyes or something silly like that.
She comes down here every single day.
Yeah, she comes down a lot with the dog, so it's obviously just had a little bit of a mishap and dropped into there and got herself trapped against the hedge, unfortunately.
Her car is moving. Water's seeping in the driver's door.
Right, so just put some weight on the back of this car. It's a bit wobbly.
Local paramedics and firefighters have had to take a major diversion because of blocked roads in the area.
What we'll do is a fire brigader here, so we'll just get them in.
So, little old dear, she's 80-year-old, coming down here, just lost control, ended up in the ditch.
Okay.
But I think his plan would be stabilise the vehicle and try and just assist her out. No cutting here.
The team need to keep Jan calm. It's a stressful situation for her.
What we'll do is you just lift your arms up. We can use this to help get you out, you see. Right, okay, that's fine. We'll wait and get a couple of firemen in as well.
If that fails, can you relocate the vehicle into the road for us?
You feel okay? You're a bit short of breath, is that normal? Yeah.
That's why I've got a nebulizer.
Oh, you got your nebulizer in the boot there? Yeah.
Jan's door is jammed against the hedge.
Let's just get out. Yeah. This is Pete, my glamorous assistant.
Hello, Pete.
I'm good like this. What's your name?
Jan.
Hello, Jan. Right. So I think we're going to try and get you.
Right, so if you get that one, Pete, put your arm up so Pete can come under your arm there, and I'll get this side. There we go. Okay.
Al's bedside manner seems to be reassuring Jan.
We'll give you a little hutch. There we go. That's it. Right, can you bring your leg across? Yeah. That's not a phrase Pete's heard for a while because he's just got married.
I'm not married. I'm not used to that anymore.
All right. That's it.
David,
I've got you.
I've got severe arthritis. So
Okay. All right.
We're going to go on a three.
It hurts me.
Yeah. There we are.
I'm going to fall.
You're not going to fall.
We've got you.
How do you feel? You all right? Just take a minute.
Take a minute to get you.
How do you feel now?
Feet down.
I don't know the hand I've got.
Does it hurt anywhere?
I've got you.
Does it hurt anywhere?
Only my kidney.
Only your kidney.
Oh, bless you. All right. Pop yourself onto there. Look, get your bum just there and your feet there.
Well, where am I going?
Just here, love.
Just sit your bum and come down. Turn around to face this handsome young man here, look. There we go.
Jan's out of danger.
Oh, don't worry about it.
There you go.
Well done.
Now she's safe, Jan's breathing is returning to normal. She'll be checked over in the back of a ground ambulance. to make sure a flight to hospital isn't required.
Give her a quick check over and make sure there's nothing you're concerned about before we go, but otherwise we'll leave you to it. But if there's anything you're worried about, let us know. We'll fly her. So there's just water everywhere around this area, and that in the initial sort of flash flood phases, you get these people who get stuck in the water, people stuck in the cars, people unable to get out of where they work or where they live and all that kind of thing. And there's this kind of rescue element to it. But as time goes on, so onto the second day now, you start getting the kind of secondary effects of flooding, which is things like this, where, you know, the roads are all waterlogged and you know, there'll be people who are unable to get out of the houses to get the medication. So it's sort of, flooding starts off as a kind of very rapid kind of sort of rescue type event, and then it's sort of, as the water expands, it becomes much more of a kind of long-term thing.
It's time for the team to return to base.
9-9, clear on sea. Life jacket's not deployed, over.
Jan's on her way for a checkup.
Hello.
Thankfully, Jan didn't require any medical treatment. She'd gone out to take her pet Lily for a walk.
To be quite honest, I was more worried about Lily than me, because she is so attached to me that she panics when I'm not there.
Firefighters managed to pull the car out of the ditch, and she's now back on the road.
I wouldn't have minded, but it's been a brand new car, I'd only just picked it up. And I thought, oh no. Then I couldn't get out because the door was against the grass, the bushes.
Lily's none the worse for her experience.
What have I got?
Local people looked after her until Jan was released.
But fortunately a friend of mine was there and she knew her, so she brought her home for me. And it was good to see her. And I said to her, we've been on an adventure, Lily. Not a good one, though.
He's gone?
Yes, he's shaken up.
Yeah.
And he's very, very upset.
The student pilot who vanished after his helicopter crash was later found unhurt. An accident report blamed the crash on his attempt to reach a jacket left on the passenger seat.
He's hit the trailer over, but he's then hit his head, and I believe he's gone unconscious.
Tractor driver Jim needed 24 stitches in his head and suffered severe bruising. But happily, he was back in his cab 3 weeks after his accident.
So he had chest pain, and before an ambulance came and then he arrested? Yes. Okay.
Tragically, doctors at Sheffield Northern General were unable to save lorry driver Dave Hutton after he collapsed with a massive heart attack. His devoted family later thanked all the people involved in his resuscitation, and they agreed his organs could be used for donation, saving 2 lives. When lives are on the line,
Are there any obvious injuries?
these men and women will risk theirs
The lad who was driving got blood coming out of his face.
to save yours.
RTC trap.
They deal with the most serious injuries.
The patient is described as bleeding heavily.
Directly below his ear.
There's a lot of blood there.
The most critical illnesses.
The reports of a male who's in cardiac arrest, and without any action, the patient will die.
The 2 Yorkshire Air Ambulances cover Britain's biggest county.
He's fallen 30 foot from the roof. Oh yeah. He's got a big cut to his head.
5 million people rely on them
All right, sorry, sweetheart.
to deliver cutting-edge emergency medicine
We're just going to go to sleep. He's not looking particularly good.
at high speed.
If you can activate your major hemorrhage protocol.
Every day brings high emotions.
Where's my grandson? Was it your thigh that hurt then, Lewis?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we need to have a look at what's underneath your levers on this leg.
High stakes.
Believes he's been driving that road and then he's had a cardiac arrest.
Got no pulse, started CPR and then...
Can you feel a pulse in his groin? Yeah. Yes.
And high drama.
I've already got the cave rescue wagons on the far side.
He's been walking up the waterfalls today with a family, back down to the point of collapse.
Quite looking forward to this.
Apart from being able to fly a £7.5 million helicopter, the team's pilots must have one more vital skill.
Because I'm cooking, I absolutely expect the phone to go.
Lee's the team's chief frying instructor.
It seems to be almost an unwritten rule that the pilot is also the chef. And if you don't turn up with sausage, egg and bacon or something similar to that, then woe betide you.
The air ambulance pilots have thousands of flying hours under their belts. But men like Army Air Corps veteran Lee have other skills too.
As we lift into the sky, once more on a mission to save lives in Yorkshire.
The team are used to Lee's way with words.
The men and women of the Yorkshire Air Ambulance, focused on their mission, their task in hand.
But today's mission for Dr. Neil and the team is deadly serious.
We're routing to Market Weighton for an incident related to a motorcycle versus a car. The report so far is that there's an adult and an injured child on scene, hence we've been dispatched.
The accident happened on a major route from South Yorkshire to the coast.
It looks like it's that A road, so I'll be looking for a field landing either side. Unless the road is closed, I'll look at land on the road if it makes sense to do so.
The children can be an emotive group of patients to deal with, and we have to think very carefully about where we take these patients. So paediatric, so children with major trauma, need to go to specific paediatric major trauma centres, and not all of the major trauma centres in the UK offer that service. So knowing your geography and knowing your receiving hospitals is really important.
So our track is pretty much we're lined up on the A road, so we'll pick up the intersection on the roundabout and just follow it up. Is there people on the scene?
Yeah.
Okay, so possibly flashing headlights at 12 o'clock?
Yeah, that'll be, yeah.
Road doesn't look like it's shut. I'm going to go for that car park.
Yeah, I've been in there before.
Right, I'm going there again.
Lee's homing in on a roadside cafe, but there's a problem.
Going around. A lot of dust. Yeah, going around.
He's abandoning his landing.
Too dangerous, sorry boys.
No worries.
Trust me, that's the sort of thing that kills you. So we're just going to go in by the, there's a little gap in the fence there.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Clear on the left. Okay, we're down.
A superbike has collided broadside with the car.
That's a bit of mechanism of injury, isn't it?
Yeah, good. You jumped off quick. So we've got two casualties. On the side of this car here, grandfather looks as if he's taken the brunt of the impacts. Son is 13 years old, query like kind of fractured femur. All right.
Okay.
Veteran rider Gordon Fowler was thrown from his bike with his grandson Lewis.
Which leg hurts, buddy? This one. I'm going to try and take your boot off. All right, let me know if it's too painful.
Right, hold on to my...
Luckily, Lewis and his granddad were both wearing leathers and biking boots.
All right. We're going to need some pain relief. Was it your thigh that hurt then, Lewis?
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. Won't do anything else to it till we've given you some painkillers. Okay, buddy.
So what are we going to do then?
But despite their protective clothing, Lewis has a broken thigh bone. His granddad has multiple injuries, but he's more worried about Lewis than himself.
Where's my grandson?
Don't worry, he's right by your side. We're looking after him as well. Don't worry.
What was your name, fella? Gordon. I'm Neil. Hello, I'm one of the doctors.
Hello, Neil.
Working with the team.
I don't know what's happened. So
That's all right.
So
You've come off your motorbike, you've bumped your head. I'm not surprised.
I've come off.
I don't know that yet. But let's have a look at you and then we'll fill you in on some details, OK? Is that hurting you in your tummy when I press there, Gordon?
Not really.
It's all your hip, is it, or your leg? In your hip or your leg?
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll pop a drip in, we'll give you some pain relief, see if things settle. We can just roll him, scoop him, put him on the trolley and then make a decision about where we're going.
Lewis's injury can lead to lethal internal bleeding. Al wants to straighten his leg.
Lewis, did you used to have Calpol when you were little?
Yeah.
Well, this is like super Calpol.
Wow.
Up and wide, up a bit more, that's it. Yeah, just Okay. Drink that for me.
He's giving him oral morphine, a flavoured painkiller designed for kids.
So that's 5 milligrams of Oromorph. Sam.
Gordon's yet to be given analgesia.
Horrible scratch. Ah, yeah. Okay. Sorry, Gordon.
It looks like his hip and pelvis are shattered.
Yeah, it'd be good if we could give this lad some intranasal fentanyl.
Have you got a cannula?
No. That's why I want to give him some intranasal.
Well, let me come and have a look at it, see if I can put a drip in, and then it's just easier, it's more efficacious, isn't it? Hello, Lewis. I'm Neil. I'm one of the doctors. How are you doing? Excellent. You've been very brave. Did you go out on your bike a lot?
We're talking about it.
Cool. Was it fun?
Really fun. Well, obviously not now.
Not now, good. You have a good sense of humour. Right, there's a horrible scratch going to come up in your wrist in a second, and it's really horrible. You can swear at me, you're allowed to swear.
Dr. Neil is working to stabilise Lewis. Children can quickly become critical after major injuries.
So, Lewis, what we're going to do is we'll give you some gas and air, see if that works. If the gas and air is a bit rubbish, we'll give you something through your drip and make you a bit more comfy. In the meantime, we need to have a look at what's underneath your leathers on this leg.
Could you not take my boot off?
Is that because it's painful? Yeah. We'll give you the gas and air and see how it feels. All you have to do is say stop and we can pause. All right, mate?
Both Lewis and his granddad will need emergency surgery. Al wants the dispatcher to alert the hospital.
Patient 1, 58-year-old male, rider with a motorcycle, seems to have an isolated hip injury in it. We've got 13-year-old Lewis who's on the back of the bike, seems to have an isolated femoral fracture to the left side.
We need to give some ketamine and sedate and put a Kendrick on here anyway, so because it's not going to work otherwise.
Young lad goes out for riding with his granddad. He clearly does it on a regular basis because he's got all the proper gear, he's got all the levers and the boots and everything, and it looks like somehow they've hit the side of the car. That sort of impact is bound to cause significant injuries, really. So it looks like granddad's broken his hip and young Lewis has fractured the big bone in his thigh, which is a painful bone to break. And what tends to happen is the muscle contracts and pulls those two ends over each other, damaging the tissues and the muscles. So what we want to do is give some pain relief and then put some traction on to kind of pull those two bones back apart and locate them back into a kind of stable position. Stops the blood loss, reduces the pain, and hopefully makes him more comfortable. Let me know when you're ready for some traction.
Hold on to my hands, Lewis.
They're going to straighten his leg. It's time for a waitress from the cafe to step back after 20 minutes cradling Lewis in her arms.
I don't really know what happened. I just heard all the commotion outside, so I ran out and obviously saw that the car was a bit smashed up, and then there was the boy on the floor and his granddad. So I wanted to help, so I just jumped straight into action, did whatever I could to help comfort him. And he's been chatting away about school, about his animals. Yeah.
Yes, it's good.
Shaking me up a bit. I don't know, it's different when it's on TV, I suppose. But yeah, I'll be all right.
Right, so that just needs to rotate into a more anatomical position.
For pilot and biker Lee, it's another grim afternoon.
I've lost count of the amount of motorcycle accidents I've been to. The worst 24-hour period I had, where I went to 5 fatal accidents in a row. It's quite horrifying, upsetting. I must admit, I've been riding for over 20 years and I've looked at what goes on and thought maybe I'll take a bit of time off for riding and concentrate on helping people that have got into situations like this.
So he's going to Hull and he's going to Leeds, which is just how it is.
Very sorry for the lad and the granddad, but they are in excellent hands, they really are. We'll do our best to get him to where he needs to be as quickly and safely as possible.
So guys, we're going to go in low from the rear on the left, his head first. Just don't walk under the tail, okay?
It looks like he's broken his thigh, so his femur. It's a closed fracture, so the bone hasn't come out through the skin, but it's particularly painful, and you can lose a substantial amount of blood from that. So he's had some sedation, he's had some ketamine, a drug which provides sedation and pain relief, and we've straightened it because it's very bent and the muscles go into spasm, so it's much straighter now, and by doing that he's a lot more comfortable.
They're going to fly Lewis 30 miles to the regional trauma centre.
Hello! He's on the PRF, yeah? How are we doing?
The pain-killing drugs are working.
You feeling better?
Yeah.
Good.
My leg feels a lot better. Whoa,
Good.
what's that white thing going on there?
It's just something up your nose, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm going to put some things on your ears. You won't be able to hear so well, but the helicopter's noisy, huh? Do you want to see them? Look, they're really yellow and cool.
Oh, wow, okay.
So we're in flight en route to the LGI, which is the Leeds General Infirmary with a rooftop helipad. Our patient is comfortable, well wrapped up with a rear. He's had some oral morphine, and then that's been topped up where we straightened his leg with some ketamine, but he's chatting, albeit we can't hear what he's saying and he can't hear us, but he's chatting to Al, smiling and seems quite happy.
Leeds city centre is full of high-rise obstacles.
Okay, start to break out the cranes, mate.
I can see a red one and a yellow one.
Yes.
Kind of very posh then, like.
Well, you know, sort of
I almost thought the Queen was flying the helicopter. You got the yellow crane on the nose.
Yeah, I'm just going to go to the left-hand side of that, mate. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to make my turn now, go inside that crane. Right. A bit of a change of heart at the last minute there, but I'm happy that we've got the spatial. Okay, so we're all clear on the right.
Yeah, clear on the left.
Thank you. Just cool when and clear up there when we're past it.
He's descending onto the rooftop helipad of the LGI.
Crane's clear.
Okay, so speed's coming back. Power's good. A little bit vibey, but I think that's just because of the wind.
No, landed.
We've landed on top of the hospital, so we'll get you out of the helicopter, push you down into the A&E to see the doctor, okay? You're welcome, buddy.
Lewis is staying cheerful.
I couldn't have done it without you.
It's time for Dr. Neil to hand his patient over to the paediatric trauma team.
This is Lewis riding pillion with his grandfather on a motorbike, and they've gone into the side of a van. There's quite significant damage to the side of the van, but the speed was unknown. He's been wearing a helmet and full leathers.
Okay.
Lewis's injuries from top to toe, all that we've identified is a closed fracture of his left femur, and he's got a traction splint on that left leg, and he's got a good peripheral pulse.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to check the chest, alright? And then we're just going to put on some monitors, alright?
Lewis will soon be heading for surgery. His granddad is on his way to hospital in Hull by road. High over North Yorkshire, Helimed 98 is returning to base. But now there's another mission.
Sierra Kilo 359. It's a car that's gone into a house. Cardiac arrest, over.
Dr. Neil will be bringing his clinical skills to a dramatic case.
What was that? A car into a house. Oh, car into a house. Cardiac arrest. We've been tasked to an incident in south central Sheffield. The reasons for the accident we will perhaps find out when we arrive, but they could have had a medical event before they crashed their vehicle and hence crashed into the house, or they could have been driving, crashed into the house and then had their cardiac arrest. So we're either looking at a medical cause followed by a traumatic injury or a traumatic injury causing the arrest.
It's happened in a residential area, a few miles from the city centre.
It's showing over here somewhere, isn't it?
There's a cricket pitch down there, isn't there?
RRV on your nose.
Got it, mate. Cheers.
Football pitch, innit? Ugh.
Yeah. Can you get out from there?
Excellent question, well posed.
Pilot Elaine's heading for a sports pitch 200 metres from the accident scene.
Tail is clear, Elaine, I've got my eyes on it.
You keep an eye on it, it's a bit of a slope.
Yeah, I thought that. Still clear.
Paramedics Sam and Dr. Neil are wasting no time getting to the patient.
It's down there, isn't it? Back of the bus.
But local crews are already hard at work.
What's happened?
No idea. We were first on scene, but we just got here. Cars like that. It's totally not got no pulse, PEA. Started CPR and then we just extricated him as quick as we could.
In the back of the ambulance, the 84-year-old driver of the car is still in cardiac arrest. Shocked locals had a lucky escape.
We just been talking. I come near window and I see car straight coming in, crash. And can I talk, please? And then I'm straight run out and I see the gentleman still breathing. I try open door is be locked and car be go inside smoke. Then I say one gentleman break window with stones. We open car. We get he's sitting and gentleman still breathing, but like you know, and lips still white. And I say him open seatbelt because he's been tied, and we pull him down, lay down, and open T-shirt. And then my son call ambulance and police.
Hi mate, so what we've got is a 75-year-old gentleman. It's believed he's been driving down the road and then he's had a cardiac arrest. And then he's gone into a house, supposed to crash into a house and cardiac arrest. We just sort of looked out to controllers who were coming down the road.
The patient appears unhurt, but attempts to resuscitate him have proved fruitless so far.
He's had one shock at 200 joules. He briefly went back into VF when we got him onto the ambulance, but as we charged it, he went back into PEA.
Firefighters are making his car safe.
Hi, mate.
It came within inches of crashing into Ilse's front room. Her son is badly shaken up.
For me, in that time, I didn't feel scary. I wanna open doors and get in. I didn't think about scariness and pull him down, and I just pray for him, just his be alive.
It's 20 minutes since the crash. Every minute that passes makes recovery less likely.
Came in at 16:05, we got here at 16:09.
16:05, so 25 minutes.
Dr. Neil has asked police to identify the driver from his number plate. It looks like he's Jack Hudson, a retired boxer who goes to the gym 3 times a week. His fitness may make a difference to his chances.
What's the car look like?
Yeah, it's very much a medical arrest. So it sounds like this gentleman was driving his car sort of down these sort of residential streets at fairly low speed, and then something's happened to him. He's had a medical event at the wheel. He's kind of lost control of his car and ended up in the front garden of the house behind us. At the moment, he is in cardiac arrest, so his heart isn't working, he's not breathing for himself. But the crew are taking over those functions while we try and sort of reverse what might have caused him to have this episode. So that's really kind of where we are.
Jack's being given doses of the stress hormone adrenaline in an attempt to kickstart his heart.
Now, second adrenaline in. We've got 38.
Then, after almost half an hour of CPR, there's a faint glimmer of hope.
Can you feel a pulse in his throat? Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
His heart has started beating again.
Okay.
Roscoe 39. 1639.
ROSC means return of spontaneous circulation.
Air desk 98 for the clinical update for you. This patient's got a ROSC at 38, so me and Neil are going to travel in the DCA with him to the Northern. If the aircraft could come and meet us, that would be grand.
Speed is critical. Their patient could slip back into cardiac arrest at any moment.
The patient's heart has started beating again, which is obviously good for him. So the priority now is to get him to the hospital to have a look at kind of his brain and the arteries around his heart to see if there's anything that can be done to help.
So me and Sam will come with you in case he wakes up and needs a bit of sedation. You happy with that?
Yeah.
Helicopter will meet us there. Yeah. I'm happy to go when you're happy to go.
Yeah, I'm basically.
They're rushing Jack 5 miles to the cardiac unit of the Northern General Hospital.
Is anybody not happy for us to set off?
No, I'm happy.
No, we're good. Thanks very much.
Dr. Neil will be helping monitor Jack's condition throughout the journey.
They got Roscoe at 38, so 30-minute downtime. What's the drive time to the Northern? About 10. Yeah.
The odds of Jack recovering are heavily stacked against him. But his fitness and his prompt rescue have given him the best chance possible after the accident. It's a summer's evening on the Humber estuary. Reports are coming in from the scene of a major road accident near Hull, and Helimed 98 is on the way carrying Dr. Andy.
There's not a lot of information at the moment. All we know is that there's an RTC in the vicinity of Brough, East Yorkshire. We've been told there are 2 cars, 2 people trapped in one vehicle, 1 patient trapped in the other. I think the resources are still some way off, so we've been allocated based on that information, and I believe that one of the local basics doctors is also attending.
It's a 15-minute flight to the scene for pilot Steve and crewman Pete. There are multiple casualties.
When there's jobs and there's more than 1 patient, you have to go through a process of trying to work out which patients are most in need of our attention at that point in time. So one of our first jobs at this incident will be to go around the patients
ascertain how seriously injured they all are and which ones need treatment most urgently. And if you don't get control like that early on, it can become a little bit chaotic, so that role is really vital.
They're homing in on blue lights flashing in the fading light.
Do you want to lead, Andy? Hiya. You're right.
Two cars have collided.
Is everybody out?
Everybody's out.
Right, so no.
I think he's got a broken leg.
All right.
Driver of the black Audi, so he's got chest pains.
Okay. So the worst one seems to be the one with the leg.
Yeah, but then if you look at the impact he's had.
Yeah. Okay, Andy, I'll go up and check the guy with the leg.
Yeah.
This guy's from the black Audi.
Okay. But the passenger in the Seat wasn't so lucky. Ryan collapsed after he managed to climb out of the window. His injuries are potentially very serious. On a main road near Hull, paramedic Andy is about to begin assessing a victim of a head-on smash.
Hiya. Just keep still, mate. I'm just going to have a chat with you.
Ryan was a passenger in a friend's Seat.
And how have you got out? Have you got out yourself or somebody pulled you out?
Well, my mate bent the door out and then I climbed out and then I fell over.
Right, okay. And where are you hurting now? What's it?
All down my leg.
Your leg? That feel all right there?
Yeah.
What about your hips?
Yeah, I feel all right.
All right. Can you bend that leg? Yeah. And it's this one here?
Yeah, I can move my feet in there.
Okay. Right, Pete.
It looks like he's broken his femur, the biggest bone in the body.
So, it's 3 patients. I think one up there stood up, one down there with a bandage on his leg. And this guy was in the passenger of the Seat, the grey Seat there. It seems to be a leg, that's the problem. I'm going to get a set of obs on him. He's probably going to need some pain relief. Probably a Kendrick.
Paramedic Andy wants to straighten Ryan's leg to prevent broken bone splinters puncturing blood vessels. It'll also ease his pain.
Right. I'm just going to have a look at your leg. Okay? Yeah, I will do. I'm going to cut your sock off, all right? 'Cause if I don't want to pull on it.
Pull it off, mate.
Are you sure?
Yeah, knock it off.
Keep it though, because it's one without an hole in.
Feels better.
Who were in car with you then? Which people were in car?
Dan was in car.
Just Dan?
Dan was
Driving. I've just put a little crossover at pulls because sometimes it's quite hard to find. So that part of the leg feels okay?
Yeah, it feels all right, just that.
Is it there?
No.
There?
Yeah.
Right in the middle of it?
Yeah.
Yep. Did you wear a snapper out?
No.
I think I'm going to give you some pain relief. Are you allergic to anything?
No.
Not that you know of. Have you ever had morphine before?
Not sure, I don't think so.
Blood is still flowing to Ryan's foot, but it still looks like a bad break. This could be agonising.
We're going to give you some morphine, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this leg in a splint, all right? It's not going to be nice, but once we've got it straight, it'll hopefully relieve it a bit, all right?
Pete is going to use an expanding tubular splint to put traction on Ryan's leg.
So what we put down side of your leg there, it's a splint, but it looks a bit like a fishing rod. And what it'll do is just straighten your leg out, and then it stops it from rubbing inside and causing more damage, yeah?
Yeah.
So it might cause you a bit of pain as it pulls, but after that, it's better for you.
Night is falling, but it's becoming clearer what happened, and it could have been a lot worse.
There's 2 cars involved. There's a gentleman out of the first car, the black Audi. He's mainly complaining of chest pain. Sounds like musculoskeletal pain across his chest. But looking at the car, there's a fair amount of intrusion into his compartment. One of the YAS Basics, so one of the immediate care doctors, has come out and he's looking after him at the moment. The other patient that Pete and Andy are with, he's got a fractured femur, so a fractured thigh bone. So that's potentially serious injury. You can bleed a lot into those. And if you've got that injury, there's a lot of force, so you have to worry what else has happened. Could he have damaged his pelvis, for example, or his chest or his abdomen? So he's being assessed for all of those at the moment, so just treated for those things.
It's time to start traction.
Right, Pete, are you want to put in manual on and I'll do the tightening?
Right, you're just going to start pulling your leg now, all right, buddy?
But Ryan is amazingly relaxed.
Did it feel unstable?
I haven't really moved it around much, but it just looks a bit lumpy. Yeah. I've got a pedal. You have. That feel better? Good stuff. That's what we want. Just going to put some other straps down just to keep it secure.
Right, so far 5 morphine, 4 again.
Yep, happy days. How's your pain score now? Out of 10, what is it? If 10's like your worst and 1's your lowest?
I think a 7.
7. Has it gone down a bit?
Yeah, it's gone down.
Yeah, alright, okay.
Ryan's mates are concerned. It was a high-speed impact. He may require surgery at the major trauma centre in Hull.
Hi, A&E Hull. It's Andy, one of the air ambulance paramedics. I've got a trauma call for you.
Ready, brace, 10.
It's going to be coming in by land ambulance. A gentleman called Ryan Frood. He's been involved in a road traffic collision. I'm not sure what speed, and I don't know exactly how these two cars have come together, but there's quite a bit of intrusion around the car that this guy's been in. The only injury we've identified, he's got a left mid-shaft fractured femur. Yep, that's got a splint on it. It's been straightened. He's had 5 milligrams of morphine and 4 milligrams of ondansetron. He's had a little bit of oxygen. And I reckon his ETA to you guys will probably be about 10 o'clock.
Sometimes sending patients to hospital by road is faster than flying them.
Prior to arrival, I Google mapped how long it would take to get from this location to the nearest hospital or the major trauma centre, which happens to be Hull. 18 minutes by Google Maps, so lights and sirens probably about 15 minutes. By the time we'd load him onto the helicopter and got him sorted and landed at Hull, it would actually take longer, so he's going in the DCA, the big ambulance. Essentially he's got a fractured femur. He's had that straightened, he's had some morphine, he's had some anti-sickness. All his observations are stable and he's going with the crew.
For the air ambulance team, it's time to return to base. But Ryan is likely to be living with the effects of the crash for weeks or even months to come. In the Dales, Mountain Rescue have been called in to an incident at a remote beauty spot near Yorkshire's rugged Three Peaks. Helimed 98 is on the way to back them up.
We've been tasked to a job at Ingleton up at Pecker Falls for a patient that's collapsed and is now unconscious. It's quite inaccessible by land. It's going to take our land crews at least 20 minutes to get to Ingleton and then a further distance to where the patient is. Paramedics have also been allocated. The question again today is if we can get there due to the weather on the high ground.
Low cloud is shrouding the peaks, but thanks to the team's moving map GPS system, paramedic Paul and pilot Chris are homing in on the patient.
It's on the opposite side to this hill, I think.
I think so, yeah, that makes sense to me, mate.
Got a grid for you.
Go on then.
Sierra Delta 690.
Right.
749. They're suggesting landing site near to there. It's Sheepfold. Sheep as in bar.
So it's somewhere down here. I'll tell you what, I've already got the cave rescue wagons on the far side. Oh, yeah. You knock out the atrium for us, please, mate.
Roger, atrium off. Okay, we are over the wall now.
Yep.
They're landing almost 1,000 feet up, but it's a long slog to the patient.
Thank you.
Pecker Falls is a popular tourist attraction, but it's not for the unfit.
So this is June. She's 82 years young. 80 years young. She's been walking up the waterfalls today with her family. Got this far, started feeling very waffy. Okay. Sat down to the point of collapse.
June Bridge may have had a heart attack. Paramedic Tyrone has found worrying signs of abnormalities in her heart rhythm.
June, you're right, just most importantly, we need to get you to the top of the hill before we decide what we'll do. I'm going to try and ring Leeds to see if they'll accept you. All right, because of what's shown on your ECG.
June is usually fit and well. Her family is naturally concerned.
Right, you sit back down now, all the way down, and your head is going there.
Mountain Rescue are going to carry June up the steep path to the helicopter.
We've got an 80-year-old female. She's had a collapse here at Pecker Falls. The crew and Mountain Rescue have got her and she's been sat on the floor. She's not complaining of any pain, blood pressure seems fine, looks a bit pale, quite weak. I've done a 12-lead ECG and it's showing an abnormality. She's got a left bundle branch block on her ECG with some elevation.
That means June's heart must be urgently checked out in hospital.
Okay, just hold on while we get the back.
But it's going to take time to get her down the ravine and back up the other side.
Come down the quarry route, please, over.
The team's own hearts are getting a workout today.
You all right? Okay. Ready, steady, lift.
June's condition is holding up well.
Just get laid down.
Go lay down for a bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
All down, guys.
We're okay. Just.
This is not how she expected her outing to end.
Yeah, we're just at the Land Rover, just putting it back the vehicle, and we're just going to drive up to you. Are the land crew there?
Right, pin in.
Her collapse could not have happened in a more difficult place.
It's a particularly difficult spot to get to. The steps up the side of Pecker Falls. So we had to just muck in and get her in a stretcher and get her carried out from there.
1, 2, 3.
June will travel by road. For Helimed 98, it's back to base through weather that's beginning to deteriorate. The NHS is free to any UK citizen, but healthcare comes at a cost. More than £130 billion a year. And each and every treatment is costed before it's given to patients.
Okay, well, lift and at least end departure as last time. Going straight forward from here. Everyone happy? To the left. All right.
Today, paramedics Sam and Kit are heading out to deliver one of the most cost-efficient cardiac procedures. £1,000 worth of instant surgery for the victim of a heart attack.
It's not very far away, this is it? Nope.
Pilot Harry's racing his medical team 15 miles to the patient's home.
S99 lifted, read tolerant.
We've been asked to go to a village in the area of York. We've been told that there's a gentleman there who's had chest pains. An ambulance crew's arrived at the scene and they've done an assessment and found that he's actually having a heart attack. And it's a type of heart attack that's going to need specialist treatment in one of our regional heart attack centres. So the quickest way for us to get him there is going to be to fly him in the helicopter, and hopefully that'll reduce the amount of heart muscle that dies as a result of his heart attack.
Right, so it's on the just next to the A19, so
yep.
A19 heading south and bent slightly left after a load of fish ponds. This little hamlet where the road bit seems to go straight on.
Yep.
Time is of the essence. Until the blood clot causing the attack is cleared, the patient's at risk of a lethal cardiac arrest.
Okay, mate, I think the easiest thing to do is to put it in that field opposite where there's an opening straight opposite the road and let you walk round the corner if you're happy. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to go past that dead tree a little bit. Let's get on the left. Cool. Okay, I'm happy with the auto trim when it's land as we are. Okay. Oh shit, there's cows in this field. I hate cows in fields.
It's been a textbook operation so far, and Kit's about to meet someone who should know.
Hello. Oh, all right. My name's Kit. How do you do?
Nice to meet you.
Hiya.
So this is 16-year-old Ben. Started getting central chest pain around 4 o'clock today.
Okay.
Ben Van Hout is a medical economist who actually assessed the effectiveness of the treatment he's now receiving.
He took 3 75mg of aspirin of his own and rang for us guys. He's come out, looks like he's got salivation inferior leads. Got to take another 75mg aspirin.
Lovely.
Give him some 2 sprays of GTN and 2.5 of morphine at the moment. BP's relatively stable from that, and that's where we're at the minute.
Smashing.
Not surprisingly, Ben knew what to do and what comes next.
Do you want to have a look at the CCG?
Lovely. Thanks very much. Perfect. Yeah.
The ECG shows unmistakable signs of a major heart attack.
Right then, I'll give the cath lab a quick ring and get the helideck informed.
Professor Ben is going to be flown to one of a network of nationwide cardiac centres his team helped set up, where the clot will be surgically removed.
It's Kit, one of the paramedics from Helimed. So this gentleman's had onset of pain at 4 o'clock this afternoon and has elevation 2-3 AVF, reciprocal in 1 and AVL.
Okay, ETA
About 25 minutes, I think. Take care. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Bye now. How are you feeling, Ben?
Not too well.
Not too well, eh? Okay. So, have my colleagues had a chance to chat to you about what's been going on? They haven't.
I have an MI.
No thanks.
I'm getting either
Harry, just
stretch or PA, and
Are you medic?
My health economist who's gone.
Okay, fine. So, we go over to LGI and they have a cath lab there.
Yeah.
So I've called through. They've accepted you to the cath lab. So we're going to take you straight there in the helicopter. Okay, fine. Have you got any questions or anything that you're concerned about? Are you happy for us just to crack on and we'll get you over to the helicopter? Yep, perfect.
Pains come on, then obviously he's called for an ambulance. The ambulance service have done an ECG on him, which shows he's having a type of heart attack that needs to be treated at a specialist centre. So basically we'll fly him to the specialist centre, they'll do a procedure to unlock the affected vessel in his heart and hopefully restore blood flow to that area. So that'll just minimise any damage to that part of the heart basically and try and get that circulation working again.
How's the pain at the minute? So bad. Can I give you some more morphine?
Yeah.
Is that okay, yeah? As soon as we're inside, we'll get you some more, okay?
Harry's preparing for takeoff after 10 minutes keeping a herd of cattle at bay.
So I'll give you a headset, because it's obviously very noisy, so I won't be able to hear what you're saying. If there's a problem, if you just signal me or give me a shout, and we'll be able to help you out, okay?
They're in.
It's a short flight from Professor Ben's home into the centre of Leeds, just 20 miles away.
Can you hear me, Ben? Excellent.
Up in the back.
Yeah, we're all good, thanks.
Check. Clear of the left. Got away with the cows.
Yeah, very docile.
Was our patient on comms?
Yeah, we're all on comms.
Cool. LS99's lifted through to RGI.
Okay, Ben, now that we're up and on the way, I can give you some more morphine, okay? So if it's alright, I'll just get this cannula in your hand and then give you some now.
Linter Tower, helipad 99 Alpha, just lifted to the east of the field, routing westbound. Helipad 99 Alpha.
A major symptom of a heart attack is a sense of impending doom, and no amount of medical knowledge can cure that.
How are you doing? You okay? Can I do anything to help? No? Okay. We'll be there soon, it's not very far. 5 minutes, Kip. Cheers, thanks, Harry.
Professor Ben knows the treatment he's to be given is the best available, but that doesn't seem to be making him feel any better.
How's the pain, Ben? Any improvement? Not really. We'll try a little bit more morphine, okay. You've only had a fairly small dose so far.
Helideck, helipad 99 Alpha, inbound to you, 2 minutes.
This is LGI Helideck, lifted to sea, helipad 99, you're clear for land.
LS99, we're fine as LGI.
Harry's on final approach to the hospital helipad.
You probably guessed we're about to land, Ben, okay. So it might just be a bit bumpy for a couple of seconds.
LS99 landed up.
Clear to strap if you wish.
When we come by helicopter, we have to land on the roof. So there's a big helipad, and what we'll do, we'll get a hospital bed, and then we'll go down in the lift and take you down to the cath lab, okay?
The team are about to hand over their patient. In the next 10 minutes, surgeons will feed a microscopic cutter up an artery into Professor Ben's heart.
Hello. This gentleman's a healthy economist who does lots of STEMI research and stuff, so he's sort of fairly well informed.
The aim is to remove the blood clot and open out the artery it's blocking with a tiny spring called a stent.
My name's Rosie, I'm one of the nurses. Can I get you just lift this arm straight up into the air for me? I'm just going to give you a wrist clean with this stick, so it's going to be a bit cold and wet.
Up to 90% of heart attack victims survive more than 5 years after this procedure. But there is also a small risk it might cause another more lethal heart attack. Thankfully, a few days later, the team's patient is once more back home in North Yorkshire, and it's giving him a new perspective on heart attacks.
In the beginning you think, maybe it's nothing, but yeah, after that persisted for longer than a couple of minutes, I thought, this is not good. This is probably a heart attack.
And his helicopter flight has allowed him to experience firsthand the treatment that has saved thousands of patients from lifelong disability caused by untreated heart attacks.
They get to your heart and they get to the occlusion and then they open it up. Like it appears that indeed the faster you are, the better the results are. And and of course, like going with a helicopter decreases the time between symptoms and having the stent placed.
After years of working on the theory and cost-effectiveness of medical procedures, Professor Ben now feels better qualified to recommend this one to the NHS.
Given all the research that I've done in this area, that I've taken my research a little bit too far. And yeah, that I shouldn't have done that. That was not a good idea. You know, like I can only be thankful to everybody doing a fantastic job. Yeah, I can't believe how lucky I am, yeah.
That's a bit of a mechanism of injury. Yeah, good.
There was another happy ending in the case of young biker Lewis, who was lucky to survive a crash on his granddad's bike.
I'm going to try and take your boot off, all right? Let me know if it's too painful.
Right, hold on to my hand again.
He spent 4 days in hospital, but he was back at school within 8 weeks.
Where's my grandson? Don't worry, he's right by your side. We're looking after him as well, don't worry.
But his 58-year-old granddad suffered multiple life-changing injuries and a bleed on the brain, and has been unable to work since the accident.
Believes he's been driving that road and then he's had a cardiac arrest.
Sadly, former boxer Jack didn't recover from the medical episode that caused him to crash into a house in Sheffield, and he died a few days later, aged 84.
Have you got out yourself or somebody pulled you out?
Ryan, the passenger in a car that crashed near Hull, required surgery on his badly broken thigh bone, which had to be repaired with metal implants.
Where are you hurting now? What's it?
It was 3 months before he could walk again. And pensioner June, who collapsed on a visit to the Yorkshire Dales, was diagnosed with angina, but she's now back home and still living independently.